Hey yo. What's up, YouTube? Emke channel is back on. Yeah. Very nice. What up? What up? A little bit tired again today. What the hell? But let me explain. I don't know. I'm kind of cooked right now. I forgot what I wanted to say. So basically, we're at Tuesday stream because I actually wanted to stream yesterday, but I forgot about something kind of important. And this might be a little bit insensitive to some people, but it was my mom's birthday. So I don't know, F in the chat if your mom's dead or something. So I don't know. Please don't be offended or whatever. Highly political topic and streamer, of course. But yeah, that's why I didn't have time to do the funnies yesterday. But I made sure to at least set up the stream and shit. Epic. Yeah, congrats on a birthday. W birthday or whatever. Waiting, by the way. Naruhodo. Interesting. Also, Haro Mr. Elge-san. Very nice. What else? Yeah, I don't know. So that happened. So I'm here today. But for some reason I've been like, I don't know what's happening to me, man. Maybe I'm dying. Probably not, but you know, you never know. You never know. But recently I've been waking up early, late, early, late. But no matter what, I'm always kind of tired later on, and then I'm like, might just lay down for like a minute, and then like, you know, maybe I'll do better, and then just, you know, watch some stuff, do some stuff, whatever. But then like I lay down in bed, and then, whoa, suddenly it's like 5 in the morning, and I'm like, ain't no way, man. That's fucked. And then I don't have time for games or silly stuff or my clay stuff because I mean it's way too early and I'm not doing shit at 5 a.m. right? But yeah, crazy stuff. But my mom also had a birthday yesterday. Damn, damn, celebrated on the 23rd because weekend. That's oh, I see, I see, I see. I was about to say, but why wouldn't you celebrate on the weekend? That's like great timing, no? But like I see the 23rd, that's, you know, that's a Monday. Or is it? No. Yesterday was Monday, which would have been the birthday, and then 23 is like that's Sunday. That's yeah. Or whatever. But yeah, that was kind of nice. I got some Lego set from like Animal Crossing, like the Animal Crossing Museum Lego set. Some chocolates and stuff. And Katamari Damacy for the Switch. Not the tour, just the normal Switch. Because she's been gaming for like 2 to 3 years now, which is crazy for like an old lady. But she's basically just playing like those weird farming sim games. Which is fine, you know, to each their own. And I mean, you know, I'm not really playing all too much as of late. I'd like to, but that's topic number 2. Give me a second here. Basically, she has like some problems with the controller and controls in general, which is why she's sticking to like farming stuff, because there's at worst like a day-night cycle where you have like some amount of limited time to get shit done in a day, but like it's nothing too serious. But yeah, she, I don't know, a couple months ago started playing like Breath of the Wild. Also on the Switch, of course. Um, but she was struggling a lot because she just couldn't like handle the walking in, you know, any of the many possible directions while also like looking where she was actually walking, right? And now my idea was like Katamari is literally just you roll a ball and all you do is like go in any direction and then like kinda look around you to find things to roll over, right? Those are like the only two inputs that you really have in the game. Plus it's kinda chill and funny and all that, so I thought I was onto something. I hope she plays that, but yeah. Brought my brother and I gave her a Lego Advents Calendar. Damn. Please stop copy though. My little sister actually gave her like a Peanuts, not like advent calendar, but like just like a calendar, yeah. She likes Snoopy and the Peanuts and like that kind of stuff. Um, yeah, it's, I don't know, it's, yeah, old people be like or whatever. And that aside, Emke mum to be gaming. But how about Emke himself? Lul. Uh, we have once again reached a point in time where people are just releasing games, and every time you look at them, it's just like, damn. I mean, this probably looks like shit to begin with. Plus, it's like way too expensive for anyone to actually like, like buy this. You know, like gaming is reaching a point where it's literally like it is a luxury good. Like, which is crazy. $60 for a game, like, damn, that's a sum. But that's kind of like reserved for like AAA and whatnot. That was what it was like back in my day. But nowadays they're like 70, 80, and you just get like the bare minimum, right? But the requirements to play a game are like, damn, bro. You want like a 5090 Ti with 32 gigabytes of suck me dry or whatever. Which, all things considered, comes up to like literally 1,000 coin computer or whatever, which is like, who the fuck even has that, man? Jesus. But I know who has that. It's me. Because soon I'm gonna be famous, and then I'm gonna be raking in the money, and then like, then I too can play garbage, trash, quadruple A games or whatever. Damn, the shooter game looks hella fire. How many age scenes does it have? Actually, it's rated 18 plus for violent content and not that kind of miss me with that shit. Yeah. That too, that too. And nowadays, you know how it is. Computer prices big time gay because for some reason they just feel like, hey, we can ask for like a straight at least $10 more. And at the same time, it's like, we're AI generating our shit now too. And it's just like, bro. You either play some sort of indie slop or hyper expensive, stupid AAA slop. And it's just like, bro, none of this is really like hitting the spot. But yeah, Black Friday and stuff is going on, so I was like, maybe we can catch like a nice deal or whatever. Have like an upgrade or two going on, and you know, maybe we can play visual novels in 300 FPS soon. But I don't know. I don't know. I'll probably wait with that for a while longer. Since again, the games are too expensive and stuff anyway, and there's nothing too crazy interesting, and it's all just like, what are they doing, man? What are they doing, man? Like, literally just get out like a visual novel and like, damn. Damn. Anyway. Video games and stuff, huh? Cranking up the FPS for the smooth text appears on screen animation. Yeah. I mean, Nukitashi again, actually, like, I'm quite surprised by how much they're actually doing. Again, it's still nothing crazy, it's just a visual novel, right? But, in comparison, and this and that, and all that kind of stuff, it's like, you can tell they can, and they did put quite a lot of effort into what they made here, which is nice to see. I like that. Because other people who have massive budgets and all the time in the world don't give one frick about what they're doing, which is very frustrating. But yeah, big money or whatever. Big money and big crypto and big AI and big profits, or I don't know. But anyway. Not really like I know too much about it, so it's Nukitashi episode 15. Ain't that something? I think that's kinda nice. That's kinda neat. As a heads up, I don't know if I'll be doing episode 16 tomorrow immediately just to keep up the schedule. I could, but I got to also just go for like, you know, a third stream on the weekend. Why not just do that? Not sure. But yeah. Yeah. Um I'm working on it or whatever. Where do I have the game? Here we go. Gruppo. Pretty fast one this time. Artemis. Tehe. Shiravune. And
抜け毛みたいな島に住んでる私はどうすりゃいいですか?
that. Clearly. Very nice. Very nice. It's been a whole 24 hours longer than it should have been. Yeah, where the fuck did we even end it last time? We had the headquarters invasion, inspection, infiltration is the word I'm looking for. We did that. We had a nice little chat with the what's your name? The school president lady. the green-haired one. The actual, real green-haired one. Not Ran and her sister, Rin. Tehe. That happened. Why can't I remember, like, actually, though? I'm actually just so giga tired, it's crazy. Like, I wanna say, like, once I'm done with this, I'm just gonna, like, take a short break, then get myself ready for some anime, but I already see myself, like, being done with this and then just being like, I'll lay down for, like, a minute or two, and then, like, it's 4 AM. Fuck! Not again. But anyway. I don't know what happened last time. The infiltration, the short little, I'll call it, like, interview with the school president, which didn't really lead to anything. We were just like, hey, how are things going? And then we were like, yeah, new school and stuff. It's going okay, I guess. And then we were like, something about sex. Don't really remember the specifics of that one though, but she was like asking a question. We were like, interesting question. Don't know actually. But yeah. Secret trick is lying down on your arms so it's a bit uncomfortable and you don't do the sleepy. Naruhodo. I don't know, man, maybe. Maybe it is, maybe it is. That reminds me though, now that I'm looking at my scuffed setup again, with Nukitashi and windowed so that I can have YouTube chat kinda half-assed on the side. I also plan on getting a new screen, because mine is only like 60 Hz, so... I mean, that's not bad. Good enough for visual novels. But it's starting to have some dead pixels, which has me a little bit concerned. I don't want to be sitting here, turn it on someday and just be like, oh, I'm missing like a chunk of screen right there. That's not good. So I plan to get a new one for Christmas. Maybe with one of those cool like table clamp things, so that you can like put both the screens onto like movable arms and stuff. Have more space on the table for clay works and I don't know, whatever else you could maybe do. And I guess I could also use that for a dedicated chat window when I'm streaming. Still wish I actually had like the chat on the screen. But apparently YouTube has like this option that I'm using, hoping to be using, haven't even looked into it yet, if it's actually doing that or not. But you can like keep the chat logs for your streams and stuff. At least for like X amount of time, as I understood it or something. I don't know. New screen for 2 screens, setup or replacement. Again, ideally it's like an actual second screen. But depending on how this thing goes, it might also just be like a replacement. I don't know. And I mean, I'm not sure, maybe I just never noticed that there actually is like a dead pixel. Because I mean, it's like 1 pixel, you really barely ever notice it at all, unless it's like on a clear white screen. Which it is right now, because it's like right here. But it's like literally 1 pixel. And I have to like lean in a little. And now that the thing is blue, it's even harder to see it. Like the little box here. But if I go off, then it's like white and it's like, there's like a tiny, tiny, tiny dot. But yeah, 2 screens, more computer power would be cool for that too. But yeah. I'm a little bit worried of it because I kind of feel like it's weird for watching like anime and stuff, or just generally to have like a second screen here. Because I don't really have too much space, which is where the table clamp thing is coming in, so that I can mount them onto like, you know, again to have some more space. I could also like move the screen so that I could like see the screen from my bed, because my bed's like right next to the table, and then I could like sit in my bed and stream, or just, you know, watch anime or crank my hog and shit. But anyway, enough whatever. Tired man needs to read or some shit. Tragedy in... Again, I don't know what this could be saying, because I don't know any word that is like aimed. But there seems to be some sort of tragedy. Let's find out. Loot. Please do. Please do, please do. Yippee! Big sip. Very nice. But yeah, I guess I'll see what 2 screens could be useful for once I have them. And whatnot. In due time. In due time. Or whatever. But yush. On screen right now. Nukitashi episode 15. Starting with Nanase Katagiri in her summer vacation casual outfit. Tehe. In our living room. And our living room is, of course, the Tachibana household, which consists of Junnosuke and Asane Tachibana. Because, again, not to make things weird, but our parents are dead, so... W if you can relate, L if you can't, and are thus being kind of insensitive to those who may have lost their parents, but what is bro even saying, man? Just read the text on the screen or whatever. The next day at lunch, I step into the kitchen to find Nanase with an astonished look on her face. She was with us, by the way, when we infiltrated headquarters. And again, I don't really remember, but she's astonished for some reason. Sup, slut. Huh. She sighs, and her expression switches to one of exasperation.
朝ちゃんが連絡くれてたとはいえ、あんたからもちゃんと報告しなさいよ、バカ。
Asa gave me the deeds about what happened, but still, you could have at least told me yourself. Baka. Tehe. Hey, I'll have you know, I could barely even move. I could have slept for a million years with how tired I was. Now I might be completely cooked. But judging by just him saying that he was mega tired, was the Rin-chan the last thing that happened? There's no way I would have forgotten about that one though. Like, ain't no way. But it might have actually been Lul or whatever.
そういうことなら仕方ないけど、心配したじゃない。
Well, I guess it is what it is, indeed. But you had me worried. I did. Well, sorry about that.
いいんですよ、七瀬さん、このク 草兄貴売っちゃっておけば野ざらしにしといたって死ぬような玉じゃないんですから、気持ち煩わせるような上等な存在じゃありません。
Ohayo, Asa-chan. Just forget about this. Forget about this dumbass cherry boy. Nanase. It's not like he's gonna die of exposure or some shit, so he's not anyone you need to worry about. Says the little shit who was bawling like a baby when I got home last night. Probably true.
Urusai, onbu!
Urusai! Piggyback time. Why is it piggyback time? Oi oi. Oi, cut it out. I'm still recuperating here.
のちゃんの真似した兄が悪いんだから、これくらい我慢しなさいよ、愚か者が、バカバカ。
It's your fault for being so goddamn reckless, so just suck it up and deal with it, you stupid shit for brains jerk. She's been much clingier than necessary since yesterday. She must have been worried sick. Yeah. I don't know, can I log that in as... That confirms that the boss fight is the last thing that happened. Crazy 2v1 battle that was. That I remember at least. To make a Elden Ring reference. What are those guys called? The whatever duo? Never played a Souls game, so I don't know where that's coming from, but that's something that's coming to mind for some reason. Yeah. If I don't pet her head, she gets all moody. What an adorable little shit. Sheesh, what a handful. But anyway, it's a relief to see you right now. I'm famished.
そういえば、昨日の昼から何も食べてないもんね。
Yeah, we haven't had a bite since we had lunch yesterday. Only because your gourmand has decided it would be a good idea to eat all the food in the house that was supposed to last us until yesterday's supper. Stupid dog ass. Sister of mine.
はいはい。そう言うと思って、今日は材料たくさん買ってきたから、お腹いっぱいにさせてあげますけど。
Right, right. I figured you guys would say that, so I went and stocked up on groceries. I'll make sure there's plenty of food on your table today. Hell yeah. Very nice. Daisuki!
さーて、今日は腕によりをかけて作っちゃいましょうかね。でも、とりあえずお腹に入れたいわよね。
Right. Gonna go ahead today and make some real good stuff. You want me to make you something to whet the appetite first? That would be great.
じゃあ、パンの残りでサンドイッチ作っちゃって。二人とも酢飯って好き？
Right. I will make some sandwiches with the leftover bread. You guys like vinegared sushi rice?
大好き！
Daisuki! AKA hell yeah, bro. Everyone just starts having a nice slutty lady make some vinegared sushi rice for them.
じゃあお昼は手巻き寿司にでもしましょうか。はい、サンドイッチをお食べなさい。
Then I may as well do some temaki rolls for lunch then. Right, here's your sandovichi. Temaki rolls, huh? Those are like those big sushi rolls? I'm guessing here. She plonks the briskly made sandwiches on the table and moves on to her next task.
厚焼き卵ときゅうり、サーモンと朝ちゃん用に鮭フレークのマヨネーズあよ。
Let's see. Fried egg and cucumber, salmon and... Alright, some mayo with the little salmon flakes for Asa too. We both watch her from behind while she works away. We are absolutely charmed by her skill as per usual. Asa has a gigantic grin from ear to ear as she watches Nanase, practically enraptured. I can't help but do the same.
七瀬さんのエプロン姿ってやっぱりな。
Nanase in an apron. Ain't that shit on fleek? Interesting topic. I'm not sure. If she was a bit of an older lady, I'm sure most people would be like, yep. The Gyaru housewife. Or gal housewife? Not sure, one of the two. Basically the same though, in my head. But I'm not quite sure if the same thing applies to young ladies as well. Because I mean, you know, you have like the hot pants or whatever, with this weird gold ring belt and something, you know, poking out of there. All nice and good. Not sure how the apron fits into the mix, aside from being like a bit of a protective thing to, you know, not hurt yourself from splashing fat or whatever. Because again, she's like lots of skin and stuff. Tehe. But yeah. That shit's on fleek, I guess. You damn right. Junosuke actually agrees. He agrees. Nani? I guess choices really do matter. I just actually brainwashed him. That's crazy. Pretty sure you should have actually been like, on a slut like her, a couple of clothes, yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Oh my goodness. No way, man. Apron enjoyer, crazy stuff indeed. And Asa-chan absolutely agrees. Flabbergasted, just like me for real, for real. You just agree with me, bro? No? Adulation unconsciously fell from my lips. Whoopsies. Does this mean you are finally fully appreciating Nanase's appeal? No, how do I put it? You're gonna have to marry her now. And you know what that means. Threesome. With your sister. Obviously. Because if I get married, you know, the Tachibana household is a straight up 2-in-1 deal. Because I love my sister and my sister loves me. And we need to have that threesome. That is, you know. Yep. As if a proud virgin like me is gonna do that shit though. Nani? What's this about me? Annie was just saying how great you looked from behind while cooking. You know. God damn it. Don't tell her that. Huh? What the hell? How did this turn of events come to pass? Jun of all people having kind words to say about me? Well, it's just like, you know. Even I can't help but wonder what's come over me. What the hell am I doing? Having kind words for a non-virgin? Nani? Right. I couldn't help but watch you and remember you kinda look like a mom when your cooking is all. Ho ho. So that's what we're playing at. She may not like have the mega mom looks, but that's what she is kind of aiming to be here. Or acting as, rather. Naruhodo. Just a cute little Asa-chan pursuing her dreams. Her dreams. Yeah. But yeah, even got the ladle and all. I see. Unexpected. But yeah, that's what that is playing into as well. The weird crossover between slut and very nice housewife or whatever. I mean, if you think about it, all mothers are non-virgins, aren't they? I suppose so. In his virgin way of thinking, I guess women would always be coming from the soul. Unlike he, because he does not come from the soul, so he can, at choice, remain a virgin forever. You know, if he wants to, if he plans to. But a mother? Impossible. I guess.
まあ、違うのはキリストのお母さんくらいじゃないかしら。
The mother of Jesus might beg to differ with you there. Interesting. Bible reference? Crazy. If you know, you know.
釈迦とかホルス神も一説には処女解任らしいですよ。どうした兄？少女中もついにそこまでこじれたか。
I feel like I've heard the argument that Buddha and Horus, I don't even know who that's supposed to be, but were also immaculately conceived. Annie, you okay? Is your virgin faggotry finally starting to crumble? Chance? Anyway, that's what it was.
そう、お大事に。
So, お大事に。No, really. I said that because seeing Nanasa doing the cooking and cleaning made me think of how she looked a lot like a mother. Besides, my actual mother kicked the bucket long ago. Yeah. Long ago, as in like 3, maybe 4 months ago? At most like half a year? Damn. Nanas is not playing the role of an older sister, but a mom. Clearly. If she weren't, then yeah. Ugh. Sensitive topic again. Yeah. Gotta mark this stream as incredibly political or whatever. Yeah. I sure as hell wouldn't be caught dead having compliments for a non-virgin. Yikes. Nukitashi! That filled a hole.
もうダメだ。七瀬乳母の摂取しすぎで脳内麻薬がドバドバ出てあへあへしてる。
Damn. How do you even do that, man? So done. I've consumed too much nanasinium, and I'm so fucking high right now. Y'all, I literally can't. I actually don't think I could voice act that, the way she says this kind of stuff.
もうダメだ。七瀬乳母の摂取しすぎで脳内麻薬がドバドバ出てあへあへしてる。
It's like such a weird mix of things. It's like a higher pitched voice, then like kind of like mega relieved and like what? Damn. That's tough, man.
はいはい、お粗末様でした。ここまで気持ちよく食べてくれると、さすがに気分がいいわね。
Hey, hi. Glad you liked it. Always nice to see you two enjoying my cooking so much. I watch Nanase take our plates and head for the sink. She definitely does give off a maternal sort of vibe. Oh, right, Asa. I think that show you like's about to start. Sure you don't want to record it?
ほんとだ。あと5分で始まっちゃう。
You're right. It's gonna be on in like 5 minutes. Interesting. A show that Asa likes, that we can actually watch on Seiran Island TV. Curious. Wonder what that could be.
あら、意外ね。二人ともテレビなんて全然見なかったのに。ケーブル入れたの？
Ara, this is unusual. I've never seen you guys watching TV. Did you get cable? No. We only get the SBS station. Asa's just gotten really hardcore into their reruns of this morning soap opera. I think that one was mentioned before, but I see.
だってエロゲの女房めっちゃ面白いんだよ。主人公には長年支えてくれてる婚約者がいて、このエロゲをリリースしたら結婚しようと誓い合っているのさ。
Dude, Black Shadows is so fucking good. The protagonist's fiancé, fiancé? Fiancé? Oh fuck, I was like fiancé. Nani? Fiancé? Naruhodo. Been supporting him for years, and they have promised to marry once the eroge he's working on comes out. Of course. Naruhodo. But yeah, Black Shadows, my favorite soap opera, or whatever.
しかし発売日は伸びに伸び、可期率の悪化や延期のバップで制作費の回収が困難になるというスペクタクル。主人公はどんな反則展開と店舗得点で逆転するのか。
But the release delays pile on, the profit margins keep dropping, and they end up clashing over how to recoup production costs. Can guerrilla marketing and retailer-exclusive pre-order bonuses turn their fortunes around? Do a bunch of pop-up cafes and stores in certain places, and surely.
なんだか悪い意味でドキドキするドラマなのだわ。
I swear they will dramatize anything these days. Well, it's Seiran TV. What the heck do you even expect, man? Can't you just start recording it for later? I'd rather you didn't whine about missing the start again.
そうしたいのは山々だけど、もうちょっとでも動いたらお腹から裂けて出るかもしれない。
I really want to do that, but I'm afraid if I move an inch, my stomach will explode. What are you, a stray kitten?
というわけでやってこい、兄。
So, you better do it, bro. Oh, you want to spill your guts today, huh? Let me just help you out.
お腹の中のものが出ちゃう。
I'm gonna hurl. Asa getting one heck of a beating again.
ああ、はいはい。私がやってくるから、二人とも食休みしてて。
Alright, I'll do it. You guys just chill, for once. Maybe. And let your food digest. Mind if I help with the dishes? I feel bad making you do everything.
おう、しっかりやれよ。
Yeah. Get your ass to work, bro. Once Nanase goes back home, you little shit, you and I are gonna fucking dance. Yo.
これがリモコンよね。ねえ、ジューン！
This is the remote control, right? Oi, Jun! What's wrong?
これって新刊どこ？
Where's the ignition? on this thing. Ignition? The hell you on about?
なんていうのかしら。テ
Oy,
レビを点火するためのボタン？
what do you call it again? The button that, like, fires up the TV. Well, this might sound a little bit weird, but she just like me for real, for real. A lot of the times when I'm talking to people, I'm also like, stock standard, ultra basic thing, you know? And I'm just like, you know, the thing that we all do, like, daily. Like, when you meet someone outside, you, like, say to them, what was that called again? I forgot. And then they're like, huh, what? And then I'm like, ah, yes, you say, like, hello, right? Like, yeah. It's not that I forget about it, it's just like, what the heck is that called again? I don't remember, man. Why do I not remember? How do I not remember? Actually, dementia, man. It's crazy. But, yeah. That's probably not what they're going for here, but, damn. Kinda relatable. For Christ's sakes, you're not supposed to set a TV on fire, man. If you're talking about the power button, it's that big red button on the top left.
あ、そうよ、電源だった。言葉が出てこなかったわ。
Oh, yeah, the power button. I forgot what it was called. Now, just hit the record button and you're golden.
了解。録画っていうボタンは、ああ、これね。
Roger. The record button. Oh, this one. Christ, this wooden bolt's a pain in the ass to clean. There's still rice stuck to it.
あれ？これうんともすんとも言わないんですけど、どうしたのかしら。
Huh? There's not a peep coming out of it. I wonder what's wrong. It's still stuck on there. Gonna have to put some strength into this.
ロックを解除した後は強い衝撃を与える必要があるんだっけ？
Oh, maybe I just have to give it a big thump once it's unlocked. Yeah.
そうや
So yeah. Hadouken. Tiger knee. Sweet. I got it.
ー。あ、取れた。
Shit. I broke it. Well, that takes care of the dishes.
ちょっとジュン来て
Jun, get over here. What's up? Did you get it recording? Wait. What the fuck did you do, man? The remote is in pieces.
何もしてないのに壊れた。
I didn't do anything. It just broke. Probably. Well, fucking shit. A remote doesn't end up like that unless you do something to it.
いや、スイッチ入れた後に衝撃を与えないと実行されないのかと思って。
I just thought it froze up after I pressed the button, so I thought it needed a little percussive maintenance. Or something. I'll have you know that TV remotes aren't disposable like our eggs. You gotta take care of the damn thing.
うちのビデオだと数字が0秒からスタートするから。
Our VCR. Don't know what that is. Damn. We'll just start recording at the top of the hour. VCR, you still have one of those things at home? Damn.
仕方ないでしょ？おばあちゃんの家なんだから。
What do you want me to do about that? It's my grandmother's house. That is not the problem here. Nana really is just like a mother, right down to being a complete Luddite again.
あれ？ごめんなさい、壊しちゃったけ？テレビ見られないの？
Oh, I'm sorry. Does that mean it's broken? You can't watch TV now? No. It looks like it's actually started recording. See, the light is on.
そうなの。あ、でもリモコンの方もう使えないのよね。
Really? But you can't use the remote control anymore. Nah, it looks like it's just a cover that broke. I can whip up a new one with the 3D printer, so it's not a lost cause. Also seems like VCR stands for Video Cassette Recorder. Allegedly. I see. And it makes a lot of sense because, yeah, back in the day if you wanted to record something you had like those big cassettes and stuff. And then at some point you had various kinds of CDs. And then just, you know, digital space for that kind of stuff. But, naruhodo. Interesting. Also, that's giving me a bit of an idea. I feel like Luddite is simply just like tech illiterate or whatever. Like she doesn't know her technologies all too well. But I don't know, still sounds kinda weird to me. Could be wrong. Allegedly. Tehe.
そうなの？
そうなの? I see. There's a broken part or two in there, but I can't just buy replacements, so it's no big deal, really.
チューンってすぐ分かっちゃうのね。家電も修理できるなんてすごいわね。まるで機械の先生。
Man, you know your stuff, Jun. Being able to repair electronics and stuff. You're like a technology sensei. You know, considering how effortlessly you make use of my TAEs all the time, I think that's more impressive. Getting complimented for being able to fix a common electronic appliance feels kinda awkward. But you'd be surprised the moment even a shrimple remote breaks or has just some kind of issue. Most people be like, damn, guess I need a new one, huh? Because most people definitely would not be able to be like, oh, this transistor's broken, guess I gotta buy a new one and replace it. And solder it on there and stuff. People don't do that. That's crazy stuff. Anything beyond swapping the battery is witchcraft, basically. Also, whoops. But I'm cooked. Don't worry. We are on our way downtown to buy parts to fix the remote.
物さえ言ってくれたら私一人で買ってくるのに。
I could have just bought what you need if you told me what to get, you know? Ah, don't sweat it. I felt like I needed to get out of the house, stretch my legs and stuff. Though it's more that Nana says complete hopelessness with technology means that I can't really trust her to get what I need. Not only that, but if the salesperson tries chatting her up and I'm not around, she might end up being coaxed into buying a new TV or something. Okay.
あ、なんか言った？
Huh? Did you say something? No, nothing. By now, I've completely mentally labeled her as a mom. She kinda reminds me of my own mom, honestly. Okay, now it's getting crazy. Me win a threesome with my sister and some nice slut that kinda looks like my mom. Interesting, interesting. I may have picked an interesting route after all. Tehe. Incidentally, Asa really didn't want to miss that TV show, so we left her at home. Well, on top of that, it clearly is a smart move to move in a small little tag team instead of like a 3-man group. She must seriously enjoy it. Should have figured it be this busy on a weekend.
そろそろ夏も本番だしね。8月になったらこの辺りまで人でごった返すわよ。
Well, it's the dog days of summer now. Always gets this crowded once August rolls around. Probably not a good idea to leave the house during summer break. Not that I'm complaining. My sister and I are master shut-ins after all. Very nice. But this heat's still kinda making me languid. I feel like I'm wading through molasses. Another most infamous stand still to look at the sky moment. The summer sunshine is intensely penetrating at this time of day. It's really beating down on us.
待って。向こうに聖職者がいるわ。数は4人。いずれも挿入状態だから迂回した方がいいわね。
Wait, there are sex seekers that way. There are 4 of them, all going at it, so we should take a detour. Yep. True. Lead the way. This must be the lingering after effect of yesterday's battle. I feel incredibly lethargic when ejaculating from anything other than jacking off.
Jun? どうかしたの？大丈夫？
Jun, what's wrong? Are you okay? I'm fine. Let's go. I suppressed a wave of lethargy that threatens to overwhelm me and follow Nanase. Maybe I'm feeling this tired because of all that commotion last night.
こっちにも聖職者がいるわね。ガイドブックを持っているから初心者だろうけど、片方は SS だから迂回しないと。
There's sex seekers this way too. They are carrying a guidebook, so they must be newcomers. I see FS this way though, so we should make a detour. Yeah.
この細い路地なら一度ビーチの近くに出られるから。で、ジュン？
If we take this narrow lane, we should come out near the beach. Oi, Jun?
どうしたの？ちょっとあんた顔真っ青じゃないの。
What's wrong? You've gone all pale. Nanase goes wide-eyed with shock.
一旦どこかで休憩を。
Let's rest somewhere. I will be fine. I just need to rest a little. We can get through by using that snogging lovebirds something or another plan. Let's just pretend we're doing the nasty.
大丈夫？
Daijoubu? Yeah, I just had a hell of a battle yesterday. I never expected to feel such fatigue from ejaculating through sex. Interesting.
あんた、昨日はどうやって家まで戻ってきたの？
How did you manage to get home yesterday? Well, I just had to keep fending off those goddamn FS twats. They're a real rowdy bunch, you know. There's no way I can tell her what actually went down. If I tell her I got out by having sex, she would get all snide and be like, well, someone's not a cherry boy anymore. Or something. I'm a virgin. Fuck what anyone else says. I may have been involved in coitus a few times by now, but I still haven't ejaculated from the soul. So true, bro. So true. Oh, man. The way I see it, that was just me in the heat of combat. So my status as a proud virgin is still intact.
まあ、無事だったならいいわ。でも、無茶するのだけはダメよ。銃弾の前に飛び出したり、足止めのためにその場に残ったりとか。ね?
Well, so long as you're safe. Still, you shouldn't push yourself. Diving in front of a bullet, staying behind to intercept them, all that shit. She gently strokes my head. Oh, like comforting a child. Very mom-like. Interesting. Sorry, Nanase. It's my fault you were exposed to danger. I was careless.
それが一番生還率が高いと思ったんでしょ。なら命令するしかないもの。リーダーとしては。
Cool. Well, you thought that was the best chance of getting us home safely, right? You are our leader, and you gave me an order. Is that why you tried to act as a decoy?
まあ、それしかないとあの時は思ったから。私だったら捕まっても言い訳聞くかもしれないしね。
Well, at the time, I thought I had to. Even if I was caught, I could probably have gotten away with some excuse. Nancy explains matter-of-factly without blaming me. She was going to sacrifice herself to save the team. In terms of our organization, she probably wasn't in the wrong to think that. However, I won't ever do that again. I don't want to sacrifice a member to save everyone else. Our objective is to get everyone home safely. There should be no need to sacrifice anyone in the name of the team. We should spare no effort. I don't care how many items it takes, how much we need to prepare, anything. So, no more personal sacrifices. That counts for both of us. Never again. Please, do not.
そうね。みんなが安全でいることが一番いいものね。
You're right. The most important thing is that everyone is safe. He smiles, innocent. Still, it looks like battle strategy is out of my league. From now on, I'm going to leave it to you, Nanase.
はいはい、わかりましたよ、リーダーさん。
Right, right. Whatever you say. Fearless leader, son. Nanase smiles slightly. She's staring far off into the distance and slightly angles her chin towards the sky. What a beautiful summer day. Or whatever.
あんた、あの時なんで。
Say, back then, why did you have to... huh?
なんでもない。海野って女の子、早く見つかるといいわね。
No, never mind. We should hurry up and find that Fumino girl. Yeah, if she's a student at Minutsuki Academy, we should be able to find her immediately. We did, however, discover a huge weakness in the Ariadne protocol when we used it in the last battle. The Ariadne protocol. In the last battle? Was there some kind of problem? Not sure. We have to address that weakness if someone's going to go to the B-level classes on... reconnaissance. Recon. Missions. Also, I remember actually. Asa was complaining that... or pointing out rather that it's hard to really tell where enemies are if you have multiple floors in the same space. Because you could have like a red dot on the map, literally right in front of you, and not see anyone. But that could be because they are on the floor below you, or above you, or shrimply invisible. Who knows, really? But I remember actually. Why do I remember that? We don't have much time. We have to hurry. If she's a girl, then she may well be a precious virgin. Huh. That's right. We have to find this Fumino girl. Of course, part of the reason is because she's the key to crushing the perverted sex law. But that's not the only reason, as far as I'm concerned.
それに、女の子が一人だけだったら、かわいそうだものね。
If she's alone, I would just hate to leave her all by herself. Huh?
朝ちゃんと年齢も近いし、そんな女の子が孤独だったら、助けてあげないといけないでしょ。
She's close to Asa's age, so if she's lonely, Don't we have to help her? Huh. Maybe so.
どうかした？
どうかした？なんでもいい？なんでもいいな。ね。あ、まあいいわ。てへ。We should get going before the SHO see us. Smiles.
そう。じゃあ行きましょうか。
Right, let's get going. It's seriously uncanny. Nanase knows exactly what I'm thinking. She must be the only person besides my sister that understands the swirl of emotions inside me. Even with her being a preppy slut, the kind of person I normally couldn't stand. If only. To think I found such a kindred spirit in her. To think I could get a comrade that understands me so well. Is that why my heart is pounding so loudly? I wonder.
以上がこの1週間で入手した反交尾勢力の逃走ルートです。
Uh-oh. In summary, we have been able to ascertain the anti-copulation front's escape route over the last week. But how could that be? We have multiple routes. Uh-oh. But also it's night. It's night, it's dark, and we're in enemy well, headquarters, kind of. Base of operations. Yush yush. Whoops, whoops. Whoops indeed.
どうやら裏門経由で逃亡を図っているらしく、強行突破をした日の布陣でほぼそれが確定しました。
It appears they escape via the rear gate. Oh, well, actually, yeah, we used that one a lot, huh? Based on the way they broke through that, they apparently had a planned approach.
しかし不可解な点が一つ。今朝もご報告いたしましたが、
However, there's still one inexplicable item of concern. We received word of it this morning.
反交尾勢力の一人を捕獲した花丸姉妹が原因不明の失神を起こした状態で発見。目を覚ました後に事情聴取を行いましたが、記憶の混濁が見られました。
Kyoku, huh? Messed those up real good, I guess. Maybe. The Hanamaru sisters apprehended one member of the anti-copulation front, but were found unconscious shortly afterward for reasons unknown. We had them questioned after they came to, but their memories were all hazy. Curious.
相手のことはほとんど覚えておらず、ただ一言「落ちすぎた」と千葉副理事長と同じです。
They have virtually no recollection of their opponent, and all they could say about him was, "Oh my god! Too big for me." Rather like what happened to Vice Chairperson Senba. Koki Senba. The Vice Chairperson? Ah, yes, that's why she wears that, the yellow thing across her chest. The yellow band type thing. I am remembering, she's like the big public person of the FS or SHO or whatever.
ご苦労様。あの二人には四十八将を授与しましょう。望むのであれば、希望部隊への転属も認めます。
Omigoto is the kind of shit she would whip out here. Give those two a Kama Sutra award apiece. I'm willing to allow them to transfer to the unit of their choice. Nani? She's promoting them? Or is that a D rank? I'm not sure. But it says award right there, so surely.
しかしミスミス犯人を取り逃しております。 本来であれば懲罰棒ドスケベ100人組手に処するべきところですが。
But they had an enemy right under their noses and let him get away. By all rights, they should be subjected to the punishment chamber of 100 partners. Interesting form of punishment.
いいえ、それを前にしてしまえば、そうなってしまっても仕方がないもの。
Yeah, the outcome is hardly surprising if you consider what they were up against. Those anti-copulators are not to be underestimated.
むしろ情報を手に入れられただけ褒めてあげなくてはね。
Should we not instead be complimenting them on obtaining more intel?
承知いたしました、どうか様。それでいかがいたしましょう。
As you wish, Toka-sama. So, what's next?
そうね。
そうね。ブレ？
ねえレイ、そういえば今週はあれがあったわね。
Oh. Say, Ray, we've got that thing going on this weekend, right?
あれですか。ええ、確かにありますが、それが。
That thing? Yes, if memory serves. What about it?
ならば少しだけ様子を見ましょう。配置も従来のものに戻して裏門への警戒は解除して構わないわ。
Why don't we go check it out? I don't mind if you return people to their regular posts and leave the rear gate unguarded.
しかし、
しかし、お嬢様。Impossible.
では、コウキさんへの連絡をお願いね、レイ。
Please report to Miss Koki, Rei.
承知いたしました。それでは失礼いたします、どうか様。
Lines like this are also kinda crazy to me. Like, you're not really saying a single thing, you're just like, very well. And then person you're talking to, and then like, I'm leaving now. And it's just like, huh?
承知いたしました。それでは失礼いたします、どうか様。
I don't know. Very well, if you'll excuse me, Toka-sama.
まさかそんなことができるなんて。やっぱり面白い人ですね。
I never would have imagined you could do that. What a fascinating person. This Junnosuke Tachibana.
すごく興味深い。とても知りたいな。
How terribly intriguing. I would really love to get to know you well. Tehe. And we all remember what that means, right? Getting to know one another. Wink, wink.
先輩。
Won't you let me, senpai? Aye. Right. So now what? That's what I'm wondering too. They're letting us off easy here. And we'll leave the rear gate unguarded so that we have a most easy time going home. Is that to make us lose our guard? Drop our guard? Or is that truly just to reserve resources and hit us full force later on? I wonder. I frown as I look at the modeling software on the monitor. We will start our reconnaissance of the B-level classes in earnest tomorrow. Huh? Securing Fumino is the most important task of the NLNS right now. However, that's quite a big flaw in the Ariadne Protocol. Until now, it had operated on the assumption that the three of us, i.e. Nanase, Asane, and myself, would be operating as a group. Aren't we forgetting about some people here? So the Ariadne Protocol would rely on Nanase acting as a scout and seeing an enemy, and it would be able to ascertain their location. In other words, it was an absolute requirement that Nanase and Asane were on the same floor. I was not aware that Nanase actually played this big of a role when it came to the Ariadne Protocol. However, as our members increased, the scope of battle spread further, and Nanase had to proceed further ahead.
索敵システムの高い層を想定した改善はやってみるけど、そんなにすぐは無理かな。それなら今はハード面でカバーした方が早いかも。
I'm trying to improve the enemy search function to work on multiple floors, but it's going to take a while, so we should probably cover for it on a hardware level for now. So she said. Naruhodo. Being a complete Luddite about the software side of things, again, probably like a clueless or whatever, I'll just let my precious little sis Imoto-chan handle that when it's needed. In response to the results of the current strategy, we will be moving to individual actions. We will send them out individually so they can safely get information while the rest operate from the base. However, we can't use that this time, since the Ariadne Protocol can't yet detect what floor people are on. That's why I need to develop some kind of simple item quickly. I'm definitely not planning on putting my comrades in danger again. That's why I've decided every spare moment to developing new TAEs. So basically, I'm going to need a TAE that can grab Z-axis info and that can record conversations. That sounds like two different kinds of tools that we are looking here. Quick guess what kind of tool could do those things? No idea, actually. One or the other for sure, but both at once? Damn, I don't know. If it can detect the height to some extent, the rest can be filled in by GPS data. Let's see, it's gotta be inconspicuous. Inconspicuous? I don't remember. Able to transmit geolocations and record audio, and I need it by tomorrow morning. With that objective in mind, I've been working right into the heat of the night. How am I supposed to pull this off? There isn't enough time to build something from scratch, so the most efficient way would be to add the needed functionality to an existing device. What's this? One of the experimental TAEs on the shelf catches my eye and I grab it. Oh, right. I forgot I had this. Adding the functionality to this should be a cakewalk. Then I can put it into action. My motivation having surged, I immediately get to work. This dildo will be most powerful indeed. Or whatever. You fucking genius me. You've done it again. Not Nukitashi. Also, jump scare. How come this beach is empty? What? Interesting. Anyway. Oi, Nanase. Yo, dayo. Early next morning, on the beach. There's virtually no one on the beach at this hour, yet I run into Nanase by coincidence, even though we didn't plan to meet up.
Jun, どうしたの？珍しいじゃない。こんな早い時間にあんたが起きてるなんて。
Jun, what's up? It's strange for you to be up this early. Um, actually, well, you see, I never got any sleep. By the way, Asa's here too. She said it was too early and didn't want to get up, so I carried her here, over my shoulder. Piggyback time. I see. If I went to sleep now, I doubt I would wake up. Plus, I happen to remember that you go to school pretty early.
それって私と一緒に行きたかったってこと？
So, you wanted to go to school with me then? Interesting that you would remember such a minute detail about me. I am so flustered. Oh, you silly slut, you. Tehe. Check this out. I finished the item I was talking about yesterday. Poggies.
あ、なんだそういうことね。
So that's what it was. Naruhodo. I wanted to show you the minute I got it done, so I brought it with me. How's that for preparation?
はいはい、わかったわよ。それでどんな形になったの？
Hi, wakatta wa yo. So, what did you make this time? Ta-da! Here it is.
これって
Ah.
ピンクローターよね。前からあったじゃない。
This is, a pink rotor. Didn't you have that before? A most interesting looking device, for sure. And it does actually kinda work. Looks kinda like one of those USB drives that has like, you know, you can like flip them open and this thing can fold into the thing here. I don't remember what the pink rotor was supposed to do though. I know we had one before, and I feel like we used it during the infiltration last time as well, but I don't remember. But I guess now it has like some sort of screen, a camera perchance, and I don't know, an external mic, a camera, laser pointer, grenade launcher. Eh? What the? Oh no, I've made some major revisions to it. Let's see, for the name. Let's go with Mayo Pete Mach 2. Mayo Pete? The nanny?
全くかっこよくないのだわ。
That is the stupidest name I've ever heard. So, the operating instructions are pretty much the same. The vibrating end has a unidirectional microphone and transmitter in it, and it can transmit the correct location and sound through the handle. Microphone and then, yeah, okay. In other words, with the rotor placed internally, you can perform reconnaissance without it being discovered. I wonder. You just put the rotor inside of you and then it can record sound or whatever. Sounds like a little bit of a flaw, to be honest, but technology, I guess.
これってそういう風に持たなきゃいけないわけ？他に方法なかったの？
Does it have to be carried that way? Isn't there another way? Well, just carrying it around in your hand would be more suspicious, right? Plus, if they have an inspection, they might catch on to you if it's in your pocket. It still leaves one problem, though. It it's a little too much of a tall order for me to be carrying things like this into the school grounds, so I was thinking you could.
ああ、もう読めたわよ。はいはい、私が持っていけばいいんでしょ。そのためにここで待ち伏せてたってわけね。
Alright, already. I get it. I'll carry the damn thing for you then. I mean, you were obviously waiting here just to ask me to do it anyway. Oh, don't be ridiculous. I didn't ask you to take it around with you just because you're a slut, alright?
どうしたの急に。
Eek? What do you mean? I have more faith in you than you think, you know? Whenever we have to act for the team's sake. I've always ended up relying on you. Because you're the only one reliable enough whom I can entrust with this stuff. I need you. Puggies. Hell, it can't be anyone other than you. Please understand. Because you are the first companion I made. Because you are the most precious, like-minded soul that I have.
じゃあ、あんたがそこまで。そんなの、私だってジュンのこと大切ってその。
Jun, you think so much of me. Well, me too. I see you as precious and... turns out this road is built in a way that means it's easier to slip out of a vagina. Huh. It would need to be properly tested before I can be completely sure that it's gonna work for us.
Eh?
Huh? Eh? Nani? Nande? So just hurry and get the damn thing on.
はあ？今？
Huh? Now? If this thing slipped out of you during an actual mission, it would be hell for us, right? So I need you to try and keep it in there until school lets out.
期間が長すぎるんですけど。
Isn't that a little too long? Please, onegaishimasu. This is essential for our group strategy. You get what I mean, right?
いや、でもさすがにそればっかりは私だってこんなの使ったことないんですけど。
No, wait a minute. Anything but this, please. I've never even used one of these things before. You're the only one I can ask. You are the only person who can do this. Come on, Nanase. It's all I ask. Put the damn thing in your pussy.
もしかしてこの前のエネマグラの仕返しじゃないわよね。
If I may, you're not just trying to get back at me over the Aneros thing, right? Or are you? Who do you take me for? Burka. Dumbass. This is all in the name of strategy, for the greater good and shit. We're trying to fucking survive out here, you know?
もう仕方ないな。
Good. Alright. Fine. If you insist. Nanase reluctantly agrees and takes the pink rotor. Yeah, busted indeed. The Aneros thing last time was kinda silly as well though. What was that for again? No clue. But it, you know. Anal stimulation, I suppose. Oh wait, I remember it was like... It literally was just a USB drive, like... Buddy, a USB drive is literally like so small already, just use a USB drive. Just put it in your pocket or wherever and like, you know... There's no need for this massive like... well, more than just a butt plug to be attached to it. But, well, I suppose. Whatever. Chotto. It will be hard to stick it in unless you're wet. Here's some lubricant. No one will see you if you use that hat over there.
準備いいわねあんた。はあ、なんでこうなっちゃったかな。
You sure well prepared, huh? How did it come to this, man? なるほど. Interesting. Come on, I can't want Nani? Translator, no? Come on, I can't wait to test this thing out.
違和感ある。けど割と入るかも。
This feels awful, but it kind of fits. No, duh, she's a slut. She would have to be used to having things shoved up there.
入っちゃえばそこまでなんとかなりそう。
If it's this far in, I should be able to manage. How is it? Did you get it in?
まあね、これくらい私にかかればなんとでも。
More or less. I can do it if I try, you know. By the way, it will vibrate when it starts transmitting. Because, obviously. Yep. Let's see the response. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Success! GPS coordinates are a perfect hit. Oh, Jun. What the helly? Now, how about that directional mic? It vibrates sideways too. Nanny? Isn't that, like, part of the vibration? I mean, obviously, but like... Huh? Yes, coming through loud and clear. The TAE master does it again. We should be able to put our strategic actions in place after school perfectly. Are you okay, Nanase? You seem out of breath.
平気。これローション返しておく。
Eki, does you? Here's your loot bag. Yeah, thanks. Huh? It's still full.
使わなかったから。
Naruhodo. I didn't need it. As expected of the most slutty of sluts. Our academy's biggest slut never disappoints. Tehe.
そうじゃないんですけど。怒るに怒れない。
That's not why I can't even get pissed at you. The veins on her head are popping out as she walks, pigeon-toed. Pigeon-toed? Ah, Monka. We arrive at school. Obviously. I got up really early, but with everything that happened, a fair amount of time has passed. Nonetheless, there's still a bit of time before class begins. During that small time frame, the corridor is filling with girls who want their vaginas stuffed with something. So, I escape as quickly as possible into the cleaning closet / cuck closet. If you, I mean, you should know at this point, but if you know, you know. The cuck closet that's out of the way. I can finally test out this new pink rotor. Now, let's see how it's going. I plug my earphones into the terminal and listen in.
あ、おはよう。おはよう。
Ohio. Ohio. Ohio da yo. Nanase. Little bit more oomph in your greetings here, please. I can hear voices clearly, somehow. I really don't know how that works, considering the thing is literally inside of her right now, but it just works. Who could have thought? It seems fine, even at this distance.
あ、いや、平気平気。ちょっと風邪気味なだけだから。
Huh? No, I'm fine, just coming down with a bit of a cold here. GPS says Nanase should be in her own classroom right now. She's talking to her classmates.
え、片桐風邪ひいてんの？生死は百薬の長って言うだろ。とにかく全校の男子で射精してそれを飲んでもらおうぜ。
Katagiri, you get any cold? Isn't semen the best medicine? I will get all the boys in the school to ejaculate for you to drink. Nanase is incredibly popular in school. Just walking around, she gathers a crowd around her. They must be crowded around her like that right now.
そんな心配してくれなくても大丈夫だから。ちょっと休めば平気だし。
Come on, y'all. Don't fret so much. I will be fine. Just need a little rest.
七瀬ちゃん、本当大丈夫？昨日も遅くまでビーチでパコってたんでしょ？夏風邪はエロが引くって。
Little bit of distortion in there. For real, Nanase, you okay? Maybe you were... Something. Late at night on the beach. Summer colds these days are pretty... The sound seems to be getting muffled. One of the problems with the directional mic is that the sound gets cut off if it moves too far into the vagina. Huh. I feel like the sound would get kinda messed up if it just, you know, gets in there at all. Really. But, glad that they at least address my concerns here at all. But I've already accounted for that by increasing the strength, surely. Naturally, I've equipped it with a functionality for it to move by itself towards the vaginal introitus. Let there be light! Okay. Interesting that we have a special graphic for this one. Oh no. Very nice.
どうしたの、七瀬ちゃん。本当に調子悪そうじゃない？顔真っ赤なんですけど。
What is it, Nanase-san? You don't look so well. Your face is flushed.
別に大丈夫。なんかびっくりしちゃって。このくらいなんでもないからさ。
No, it's nothing. I'm fine. Just a little started. This is, no big deal. Well, that definitely works fine. She's coming through loud and clear again. The bell for the first period rings. Shit, I'm not done testing it properly yet. I head straight for my classroom. My first period is mathematics. Oh. Man, things are getting kinda silly here. Nice big sippy. I needed that. Because some people may not be using lubricants because they are just so slutty all the time. But a fella like me, you know, I need that extra bit of wet in my throat to make shit happen at all. But yeah, maths. Anyone good at maths? Leave a comment or whatever. I'm not good at math. Mainly because math is kinda weird. Being thought in questionable ways as well. For of course, one must always blame the system. Or whatever. Math still, huh?
はーい。今日は微積分だからね。真面目に聞かないと、先生の手がおちんちんを等速に上下する点 P になっちゃいますよ。
Today we will be doing calculus. For anyone not paying attention, which I'm sure that's most of you, at this here school, probably, I will demonstrate point P traveling at uniform velocity by moving it up and down their cogs. I'm sure that's one way to get everyone's attention. Even if I don't pay attention today, some light revision afterwards should make it. Should make it up. That sounds wrong, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt for some reason. There's dots afterwards, so, you know. Right. My cock. Up and down or whatever. I take a single earbud out of my uniform and put it in my ear. Why are we stress testing this new device this intensely? Oh no.
それじゃあ今日は便覧を使って昔の作品について触れていこうか。
Classical lit teacher? I'm confused because is he supposed to be that kind of teacher, you know? Or is that just short for literature? Which is almost history, which is basically a reference to Clio 8. From Face Connect, if you know, you know. Sorry. Oh man. My face when cooked. I don't know, man. But yeah, I'm assuming it's literature. Not a big fan of that, not a big fan of that. Because that's actually kind of political. Because of weird interpretations and stuff. But anyway. Right. Or whatever. Today we will be using our general textbook. Let's touch on some of the older works today. Older works as in history. Interesting. Interesting. Oh well, actually, well, older literature. Yikes. Enjoy interpreting some weird schizos. Sounds like Anana's got classical lit. Why are we... Can we not abbreviate that, please? Why can't we just literature? We're using all those other big and difficult words too. Like, example not found because long and weird, questionably difficult words. But you know what I mean, right? Classical lit. The classical litmus of Mozart and that's not even a literature guy. Da Vinci or whatever. I have heard that teacher's pretty good too. He tends to go on tangents. Whoops. but they're pretty fun to listen to.
みんな百人一首って昔やったでしょ。和歌は品詞分解も勉強になるし、取っかかりにはすごくいいんだよ。
Oi, oi. You have all done the 100 poems by 100 poets before. Classic waka poems are educational for analyzing speech and are a great starting point to work from.
何より和歌は音に出して覚えやすいから親しみが持てるよね。さあ、じゃあ今日は一首取り上げてみようか。
Miyoka. Above all, the sounds of waka are easy to remember and become familiar. Today we will one type of, shall we? Damn it, not again. Sounds like it's breaking up again. The position seems to be fine, so there seems to be an issue with transmission strength. Fuck it. Time to turn up the power, yo.
それじゃあ片桐さん、小倉百人一首24番の和歌を読んでみて。
Katagiri-san, read the 24th of the 100 poems out loud. Because, of course.
はい。この度はぬさもとりあえずたむけ
Yes. At the present time, since I could bring no offering, see Mount Tamuke.
片桐さん、どうしたの
Katagiri-san, どうしたの？
いえ、なんでもありません。
No, it's nothing. Huh? Must still be too weak. Time to crank the shit up to the max. What the hell?
大丈夫？気分悪い？保健室行く？
Are you okay? You don't look well. Want to go to the infirmary?
平気です。大丈夫ですから。
I'm fine. I'm fine, I tell you.
もみじの錦神の何もに。
I really like the funny little buzzing sound. Here are brocades of red leaves, as a tribute to the gods. Tehe. I can practically hear the teacher cringing from here. Tachibana, you've done it again. You've done it again.
疲れた。もう無理。ダメ。限界。
I'm exhausted. I can't take anymore. I tested it a few more times after that. And now it's lunchtime. Nancy is that tired and lounging around, which is completely out of character for her. Oi, nice work. You look pretty nicely worked, I must say.
もう反駁する気力もないのだわ。
I don't even have the energy to retort. She's been drained of a lot of stamina. The new pink rotor worked well though, and it's still active now. What? You didn't like it?
ね、これある程度すると慣れてくるのよ。今はもう何とも思わないわ。
You know, you can get used to quite a lot. I don't even notice it now. Really? Honto desu ka? I cranked it up to Max again to try it out. なるほど。
バーカ、おいたしないの。
バカ。おいたしないの。Okay, so that's all the response I can get from her. Ulterior motives exposed. Interesting. Anyway, our actions are now guaranteed safe. We should be able to put it into action without issues.
ねえ、こんなの美咲やわたちゃんにもやらせるつもり？
Say, you're not planning on getting Misaki or Wata-chan to use this, are you? Speaking of, having one of these for the back line. Maybe not too bad of an idea. But, who knows? The new rotor?
そうよ。さすがにあの二人にやらせるのは酷っていうか、なんていうか、ちょっと嫌かもっていうか。
Yes, I think maybe making them use it is a bit harsh, or they might find it unpleasant.
だからね、どうしてもこれ使わなきゃいけないんだったら、私がずっとやるから。
So, if you really have to use it, leave it to me. How considerate of her. Ahaha. Don't be stupid. There's no way I would get anyone but a slut to use it.
Huh?
Huh? Eh? I made some extra ones in wristwatch form, just in case, you know. Huh. Interesting. I take out a watch-shaped vibrator out of my bag. Not sure why it still has to be a vibrator if it's a watch, but good job, I guess.
あんた、やっぱり前のこと根に持ってたでしょ。
You son of a... So you were just getting back at me. I got one over on the slut.
こんな新生童貞インポー男が、今度絶対本気で泣かしてやるからね。
You fucking limp dick cherry boy asshole. You're gonna pay for this. And how? Oh, go ahead and try me, you fucking TMO cunt. That ended up being quite a satisfying revenge. Interesting.
でもよかったな、立花くんが無事でな。
It's Wata-chan. I'm so glad that Tachibana was safe. And she's just now learning about our glorious battles. Sorry for making you worry. After school, I receive an incredibly welcome reception from Wata-chan in our secret base. It's been a few days since the escape run. I did communicate with them, but she was worried, since she hadn't actually seen me.
よーし、頑張った立花くんにはまた先輩がよしよししてあげるね。
Well done, Tachibana-kun. Let your senior give you some more head pats. Huh. Interesting, well, that's a recurring thing with her. Because we have Imoto-kyun, who is always giving us warm embraces and minor beatings. Wata-chan, on the other hand, is giving us head pats. Not sure what exactly we are receiving from the other two yet, though. Hotori and Adase Katagiri, of course. I'll pick you up then. Upsie daisy.
読めてたよ。読めてたから先輩大きな声は出さないからね。威厳があるんだから。
Grr. I saw this coming, but I'm your senior and all, so I didn't scream or anything. I have tact, you know. If you will, then, onegai shimasu.
よし、頑張ったね、立花くん。よしよ。
Yoshi. Good work, Tachibana. Yoshi yo.
えいしょ。
Eisho. What's this? Misaki Hotori-chan, right? Yeah. Yeah. What was that? Are we under attack?
私ですけど。
It's just me. Hotori. Did you just throw a stun grenade in the base? Have you lost your fucking mind?
やれって言ったの立花さんじゃありませんか。
You're the one who told me to do that. Look what you did. Wata-chan's tiny enough as it is, but you made me drop her. Now she's small, you could hold her like a plush toy. Abobobibo. That's a nice one.
本当だ、可愛いですね。持って帰りたいな。
You're right. She's so cute. I want to take her home with me. Poor senpai getting flashbanged here. Or stun grenaded, rather. But Yush, I remember that too. Miss Invisible Ninja and announcing herself using stun grenades from now on, huh? Naruhodo. What the fuck? This girl's a legitimate freaking case, man.
はいはい。そろそろ今日の本題に入りましょう。
Well, anyway, let's get to today's matter of business, shall we? Nanase clapped her hands to get everyone's attention. And so we all equipped our watch-shaped vibrators, obviously, and began searching for Fumino in earnest. Nanase explained that having one person for an extended period on the floor would be dangerous, so we worked out a rotating schedule. Nanase, as our resident slut scout, went first to demonstrate.
最近の子供は混ぜてるわね。まあ、適当にごまかしてきたけど。
Kids these days are hella precocious. Well, I managed to keep my cover at least. I never would have imagined the boys in the B levels would have crowded around Nanase and beaten each other up to decide who would get to go first.
最終的にはおちんちんの持久力勝負になり、全員が射精して落ち着いたのが良かったですね。
It's a good thing it turned into a test of cock stamina, huh? It just ended with them all busting their nuts and calming down. Naruhodo. Interesting.
見抜きされるのって慣れてるけどあんまりいい気分じゃないんだけどね。
I'm used to people jerking off to me and all, but I would be lying if I said I enjoyed it. So, no success there then. Next, we will send Hotori on Riken. She can use her intrinsic plainness to her advantage.
誰にも気づかれませんでした。本当誰一人として。
No one noticed me. Seriously. Not a soul. Well, you did what you could. I'll take your watch back now.
次は私もローター型の。
Next time, I wouldn't mind trying the rotor actually. Did you say something?
なんで。はい、お返しします。
No, nothing. Here you go. When does she want to try the rotor? Nanny? More failure. Next would be our dependable senpai, Wata-chan. What's wrong, Wata-chan? You weren't even out there for 10 minutes.
あのね、ビートー部にいたらね、3年生の子たちにね、子供はまだ入ってきちゃダメだよって言われてね。
So like, I went to the B-level building and the third year said to me, kids aren't allowed to come in here. Ay.
説明しても聞いてくれなくて、職員室連れて行かれちゃった。
I tried explaining, but they wouldn't even listen. They just dragged me to the staff room.
ああ、紛れ込むどころか。
Not only didn't she blend in,
ビートー部よりももっと下に見られたんですね。
but they thought she was even younger than the B-level students.
でも怒らないよ。だって私お姉さんだしな。年下の失礼な態度は許 してあげるんだな。
But I'm not mad. I'm a big girl after all. I can turn the other cheek when a junior of mine steps out of line. Oh, that's very admirable, Wata-chan. I will lift you right up as a reward.
ひどいよ、立花君。私先輩だぞ。
Yeah, Tachibana, I'm your freaking senpai. Put me down now. She ended up fuming mad. But more importantly, she was unsuccessful as well. Right, time to make some advanced preparations then. The real hero makes his entrance late in the game. Since no one else got results, it's my duty as leader to make up for it. The head honcho has to be dependable and get results in times like these. Huh? What's this? Asa, are you getting any signal?
位置情報も音も全然来てないね。ノイズは走ってないから、こっちの不具合じゃないと思うけど。
Not getting any GPS info or audio from it, no noise or anything either, so that will mean it's not an issue on the receiver's end. What? Is the watch-shaped transmitter not working? I designed it to be able to withstand quite strong shocks, but I don't hear a peep out of it. I guess it's broken. What a hassle. This is gonna throw a wrench into our scouting plans.
おいこらジュン。おいで。
Oi, Gura-jun. Come here. Oide. How about we stick this up your ass, you frippin' virgin? Tehe? Nanase smiles and beckons to me. And what does she have in her right hand but... Oi, wait. You're joking, right?
大丈夫よ。エネマグラが入ったんだからこれくらい。ちょっと痛いだけじゃない。
Oh, don't worry so much. You managed to get the little anaros in there before, so this should be a cinch. It won't hurt too much. Get the fuck out of here.
メンバーの私が我慢したんだから、リーダーのあんたもこれくらい我慢できるわよ。
If I could put up with it as your subordinate, I'm sure you can put up with it too, Mr. Fearless Leader-san. Nanase approaches me with a deadly smile. What are you... Wait, Asane, Hoturi, Wata-chan? Don't tell me you're on her side.
ごめん兄、七瀬さんの頼みは断れないのだ。
Sorry, bro. I can't turn down a request from Nanase.
最近の立花君はお姉さんを敬う姿勢が見られないからちょっとお仕置き。
I don't think you've been showing very much respect to your elder lately, so I think you're gonna need a little corrective treatment, mister.
男の人がローターを入れる瞬間、ぜひ見たいです。
I just really want to see a boy get a rotor stuck up there. Here. Nanny? I didn't know she was freaky like that. Or did I? What the... Huh? Interesting. Ganging up on your leader, are you? This is fucking mutiny.
はい、それじゃあみんなの同意も得られたところで力入れて。
Well, you are outvoted here, so let's just get started. Brace yourself, would you? Are you fucking nuts? Cut it out. Seriously, stop. Let's talk about this. Nanase. Stop. Well. So, yet again, my ass hurts like a motherfucker. I sigh for grief and rub my ass. The subtle vibration differences from the anaros are stretching out my anus, and it expands to fill the space. This definitely feels different. I've had too many things shoved up my ass lately.
私で遊んだ罰よ。我慢することね。
It's what you get for fucking with me. Suck it up, buttercup.
そうそう。最近の立花君はちょっと異形の念が足りないからね。
She's right, you know. You've definitely been a little lacking in the respect department lately, Bustler. Lately, Buster.
男性の菊門があんな風になっているなんて、ばっくり避けてまるでとろけて溶解するような。
I never even knew a guy's ring piece could do that. It just gaped right open like it was melting and then dissolved right into
なんかとんでもないやつ紛れ込んでない。気のせいか。
I feel a complete case has quietly snuck into our group. Maybe it's just my imagination though. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with her right now either. It's interesting. Again. Well, excuse me. Okay, so maybe they have a point. This is my own fault, but why go this far with the payback? Like, take a chill pill, guys. No need to get so carried away. Christ, my ass is killing me. I'm not up to this. Nanase, mind watching our front for us?
待ってください。聖職者の人影、かなり遠いけどあります。前方、1時です。
Wait, there are signs of sex seekers, but they are a fair way off. Head at 1 o'clock.
私には見えないけどな。美咲ちゃん、目がいいんだな。
I don't see anything. You must have great eyesight, Misaki-san.
昔から視力だけはよくって、やっぱり島育ちだからでしょうか。
I've always had good eyesight. Maybe it's because I grew up on the island? Most unusual for a bookworm. Alright, we will take a detour. We're not far off now anyway.
ここ数日で本当に観光客の数がぐっと増えたわね。それでも夏真っ盛りには比べ物にならないけど。
There has been a seriously dramatic rise in the number of tourists lately. Still, it doesn't compare to the height of summer. We watch the main road from the shadows.
観光客が増えると島の人間も盛り上がりますから、治安管理の SHO も増えるし、店も賑わうし、売買的に人が増加しますね。
As the number of tourists increases, it leads to a cascade of further increases as the locals of the island get excited themselves. And the number of SHO and public order duty also increases. The shops also become pretty lively.
そっか、その分だけ危険になっちゃうもんね。ねえ、立花くん、今まで疑問だったんだけどね。
Really? That must make things more dangerous. Say, Tachibana-kun, there's something I've been meaning to ask. Ask away. What's up?
なんでこの島のみんなっていつもエッチに積極的なのかな。本で読んだけど本当は違うんだよね。
Why are the people on this island so proactive when it comes to sex? I've read in books that they are not like that on the mainland. It's not just the mainland. There is no other country on Earth where people engage in sex so readily. However, it's perfectly natural on Seiran Island. There's one big reason behind that. The pressure to conform. Well, there's a law, and then there's also, like, law enforcement and stuff, right? So, I mean, Surprise, but now we are actually getting kind of political, aren't we? Interesting. I consider what the B-level classes through to the A-level classes that are rife with sex alike in the school and continue explaining. Oh. After all, you can make people believe anything to be normal. If you instill the belief in them from a young age, that's what brainwashing does to people.
洗脳。でも私そんなことされた時ないよ。
Brainwashing? I've never had that happen to me though. Well, it's not so much brainwashing per se, it's more like bombarding people so much with propaganda that they just accept it. Much more simplistic. It's just like what they did to the populace during the war. It's such a constancy that it becomes a concept too difficult to reject. If they end up creating a concept in which fucking publicly becomes commonplace, then it's hard for people to accept external opinions on the matter. Once you make people believe that the extraordinary is ordinary, then whenever someone who's not from the island calls them out, they just end up blaming cultural differences. They don't even stop to think how crazy the stuff that's going on in this island gets. Even I thought so once. Everyone ends up participating in the madness, both the perpetrators of it and the people who help perpetuate the madness. I mutter, saying that to no one in particular.
そうね。
So true. Speak, bro, speak. Tell him all about it. I noticed that Nanase screws her face up slightly. Oh. Aw. I was kinda hoping there would be a little bit more about this. Just because it's like... he's getting out the real stuff, you know. He's truing for real, for real. But yeah, the type of stuff. The kinds of stuff that are just kind of accepted as normal. And then, you know, can't really do much about them, right? Which is kinda like... actually bad example. But I was about to say like, weed. That's a drug, that's illegal. You get jail time for that shit. But you know, people weren't really all too keen on keeping in line with that to begin with. And as of late, various governments have also just been like, Maiwa, smoke your weed then, bucko. And I mean, now that's just, now that's normal, you know. I don't know. Yeah, stuff like that. Definitely lots to talk about there, but I don't know, man. Anyway, today's regular age period, age meaning hardcore fucking, is about to begin. Any minute now, the hallways will become an open forum for all those beasts lusting to get their rocks off. I'd better get back. I'd better get to my safe haven, the cuck closet, while I can. Right, how do we go about looking for Fumino-chan today? I switch on my tablet and look over the list of suggested strategies by Nanase. The B-level class scouting of these last few days has ended in a complete strikeout. We've tried infiltrating various locations and asking about her in roundabout ways, but that strategy's turned up dead in the ass. Not only have we been unable to find her, we haven't even found any traces of her existence. Interesting. Well, maybe she's just an even more advanced shut-in. The kind of professional shut-in that doesn't even go to school. Wouldn't that be something? Ultimately, we can only conclude that this Fumino girl likely doesn't even attend this academy. We can't let it stop here though. The NLNS is not a group to throw in the towel when faced with that sort of inconvenience. My greatest desire is to abolish the perverted sex law. We are thoroughbred rebels, aiming to bring down the hammer of justice on those who seek pleasure in sex without love. If this Fumino girl is to serve as the catalyst for our movement, we have to find her. We just have to figure out our next move. Oof. Oh, sorry. I wasn't paying attention. Daizubu. I reach out to help up the kid who's fallen on his rear end. Naruhodo. Interesting. And honestly kind of scary with those deep red eyes. But who could this be? He looks to be a very pretty young lad. His face stands out and his skin is pale. Huh. There's something about this boy. Haven't I seen him somewhere before? I wonder. But I don't think you've seen him before. But Asa did. Or Nanase? Or Wata-chan? I don't know, but someone ran into him in a most similar fashion before as well, right? I feel like I remember as much. He gives a slight bow to me, his head covered with a white-brimmed cap, and leaves quickly. Oh. I can't shake the feeling that I've met him once before. Must be my imagination. Or the wind, perchance.
やっとエッチの時間だ。今日も膣をコンクリートミキサーみたいに攪拌するくらい元気にはめまくってっちゃうぞ。
It's time for sex. Heck yeah. I'ma ride some cock so hard today that my pussy's gonna be like a concrete mixer. Crap. Better move it. They're really going at it, as usual. I revel in my smugness as I listen to their distant moaning. No matter the danger, as long as I'm in a level 5 area, I'm safe as a bug in a rug. As long as you are in a level 5 area? Not sure what he's leveling here, but okay. I've gotten quite accustomed to this janitor's closet lately. After a lot of investigation, I have ranked the safety of various locations in 5 levels. And this janitor's closet is level 5, the safest possible. It's in one of the least traveled routes within the school that stretches between the B and A level classes. Pretty much no one ever comes this way, so it's guaranteed safe. Even the school's biggest of big shots wouldn't come waltzing in here. Whoa. Or so I thought.
おや、よくお会いしますね。またサボりですか、先輩?
Oh, we meet again, I see. Still skipping class, Tachibana. Of all the people to turn up at my safest of safe havens, it had to be student council press Toka Reisein, right? She phoned me like it was nothing. What brings you here? How the hell did she find me again?
備品と劣化のチェックです。今日中にリストにまとめなければいけなかったので、授業を返上して私が。
I'm checking for worn-out equipment, so I'm skipping as well, since I have a list of things to get done by the end of the day. She chuckles to herself. Is this coincidence? That's all I can put it down to. But that unfazed expression of hers and those eyes feel like they can see right through me, albeit without smiling.
先輩は授業も熱心で、課題なども遅れたことがないと教師陣からは高評価でしたが。やっぱり悪なんですね。
I know the teachers think highly of you for your diligence in class and how you never fall behind, but you're really quite a naughty little thing, aren't you? She reaches her hand out to me. I can't figure out if taking it is a good idea. More importantly, though, my rational sight is telling me to resist the natural urge to take her hand. Maybe that's the right thing to do? If I follow her, everything will work out perfectly fine. That's the feeling I get from her. However, I just barely manage to restrain that impulse from taking form. I'm just not feeling so hot today.
あら、そうだったんですか。 私はてっきりもっと別の理由があるのだと思っていました。
Oh, is that a fact? I could have sworn you had some other sort of reason. Huh? A terrific shiver runs down my back. Now I get it. I have figured it out. Why her eyes make me feel so uneasy. Her eyes. They have practically no light in them to speak of. I don't get any indication that there is a living being behind those eyes. Those eyes make her look like a corpse being manipulated just like a puppet.
そんな後ろに飛び抜かなくても何もしませんよ。
Scary.
サボりのお咎めなしです。
You needn't be so on guard. I don't intend to do anything to you. I'll even overlook your skipping class. She holds her index finger to her mouth. I unconsciously pulled away from her. The move was completely instinctive. Yeah, thanks. Sure would suck to get chewed out by the faculty and all. My palms are sweaty. I'm overwhelmed by the inability to express myself when talking to her. I feel like there are puppetry strings inside me being manipulated by her. Am I seriously afraid of her right now? Like, she's younger than me, and yet I'm the one deferring to her?
では私は仕事の続きがありますので失礼しますね。
I shall return to my work for now, if you will excuse me. She turns around without any hesitation whatsoever. After taking a few steps, however, she stops abruptly. She does a head turn and looks back at me.
それでは先輩、お気をつけて。
And one more thing, please do be careful, senpai. With those parting words, she leaves on her merry way. Interesting, interesting. I kind of feel like it just blanked out through that conversation just now. I'm not sure. Like what? Like I'm not really sure what they just talked about there. Like, I mean, clearly she was like, let's be like this, that, and then she reached out to him and he was like, whoa, 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 whoa. And that kind of stuff. But I guess he at least got the realization that something is off about this lady. And I mean, I know. She just wants to get to know him. Right? But, yeah. Yeah. But, yeah. Anyway. I think that's that for today. It's pretty late now. And if streaming again tomorrow is a possibility, then, you know, all the stalling considered, you know, plus considering where I'm at right now, I'm probably not gonna get another good opportunity to call it quits for today for, I don't know, another 20-ish minutes again. No need to go until midnight. So I guess that's fine. And we move from tragedy to sands of war. Holy heck. Bit of an interesting episode this time around, I would say. Most of it we kinda just spent with Nanase. And trying out our new funny little tehe gadget. Before then trying to utilize it in action within the school and attempting to find Fumino, which never really happened, but we kind of met her at the end there, right? Surely that's her. Or him. I don't know, I'm not sure. Something like that. Something like that, for sure. Probably. Maybe not. But yeah. That'll be the end of that chapter for today, I suppose. Very rare though, we actually have music for once. I'm immediately noticing that one, that's nice. That's cool, so I'll leave that open in the background, that's very nice. Also, I'm talking as if I was calling it like quits early today. It's literally been like 2.5 hours, which is like literally the usual like stream/episode time. Except for the one time where I went past midnight and it was like 3 hours plus. And that one other time earlier on where I had to re-record an episode because tehe is silly. Which ended up being only like a third of the time that it usually takes me. But yeah, it's fine, right? But anyway, yush. End of episode and stuff, This is where I keep stalling for another 10 minutes. Obviously. Yeah, I don't know. What is there to say? Already talked a little bit about the episode. I could point out again that I am deeply upset by the fact that we didn't go deeper into the political side of brainwashing and having normal sex be no, not normal sex be normal, but like having lots of sex on the island be normal and a law even and stuff. But I mean, whatever. It doesn't even really need to be brainwashing. Which maybe that's a better point for me to start at. And it's less political too, because I mean, if it's like a law and stuff, then I mean, yeah, sure. But also, since it's just like one island, like one specific place in which it's like okay to do the nasty, it's in a way kinda just like a big what are they called? The places where you can do the nasty at. Like a brothel. A whorehouse, if you know what I mean. Something like that, I guess. Except it's like not just one little building somewhere in town. It's like it's a whole damn island, man. And they even have tourists here, and people actually live there and go to school and stuff. Which that's a little bit weird. Yeah, that's a little bit weird. But generally, if we just had like, you know, if we exclude that, then it's really just like Sex Island, you know? You go there and you can just like have sex. Epic stuff. But yeah. Yeah. That's, I don't know, that's, yeah. Next topic. Did I talk about my clay stuff today? I don't know. But it's actually like basically all done at this point. I did manage to do the hands. I broke off 2 fingers off the second hand that I worked at, even though I managed to finish the first one without any issues or problems or complications at all. I had to redo it, but that's because the method that I used to model or sculpt the hand at first was kind of weird and didn't quite look the way that I wanted it to in the end. But then it did work on the second hand, and again, first of all, I broke off 2 fingers, which was like, help, help, help. Especially because I broke them off one after the other, so I had to fix one and then later on fix another again. But yeah. I managed to get it done in the end, anyway. But yeah. After that I also just went and redid the other hand as well. But now they're done. And the head is basically done as well. And what I did today was like go over everything again with like sandpaper. A very low grit at first, so tomorrow or whenever I next feel like it, I'll go over it with more fine stuff to smooth everything out and give it like a real nice finish. But on top of that I also like well, I guess also smoothed out the earrings that I made for the head separately. They're like tiny little thin lightnings that attach to the ears. Or, well, not to the ears, but like I plan to attach them below the ears. And yeah, I don't know. I broke one of those today though, so I had to redo one of those as well. But that's not much of an issue because it's really just like a tiny little thing. And it doesn't really have any complexity other than being like a lightning shaped little thing. But I basically have like those 4 separate parts now. I have like the main body with the arms and the legs and feet. Then I have a pair of hands, the head, and the earrings. And now I just need to attach the hands to the arms and the head to the body, which actually that still needs like a neck to be made, but that shouldn't be any sort of challenge or problem at all. And then the hands, no, not the hands, I mentioned the hands, the earrings as well, but I'll probably just glue them on with like liquid clay. And that should work just fine, probably. And then things should be done. But yeah, because I was kinda tired and because I had an unexpected birthday yesterday that I forgot about, unfortunately didn't manage to get it done by yesterday, so it's been over 4 months now. Which is a little bit unlucky. But I mean, it's not really a problem if it's... I mean, it's basically done, it's just not assembled yet. But after that again, there's painting to be done. But yeah. Anyway, though, I think that's that. That's all I got. That's all the sillies. That's the end of the stream. That's the end of Nukitashi episode 15. I'm not sure what I would be calling this one, to be honest. Hanging out with Nanase? That's what we did for the most part. Or introducing the new pink rotor gadget. I wonder. Not sure. But yeah, anyway. Very cool. Good job today and stuff. Hope you enjoyed and all that and whatnot. And I might be back tomorrow. If not, then probably on Thursday, Friday, and maybe on the weekend or whatever. I really can't say because clueless. I don't really have a plan, I just do things whenever I feel like doing them. Very nice. But yeah, again, thanks for enjoy, thanks for watch, thanks for all the stuffs. Very cool, very nice. Hope you liked it so far. I'll be back soon. Yeah, those who want to be here live. Post 9 p.m. Emke Standard Time. Very epic. I'll see you there, I'll see you then, I'll see you around. Have a good night and whatever and whatnot. Enjoy yourselves. Do some stuff or whatever. And with that I say, Emke out. Until next time. Jane. Tehe.